Okay, so we haven't done Tom MacDonald in a while, specifically not on my main channel. On my other channel, I think we did one song, 2 songs. I think I just did 1 song, and in that 1 song in the comments, people told me to stop reacting to Tom MacDonald, so naturally, I'm gonna react to Tom MacDonald because, you know, freedom of speech and all that jazz. But yeah, let's rock and roll. Let's see what we've got over here. 2026, Tom MacDonald's back with a song called Pray for the Left. Let's see where we are. Let's see what we're doing. Let's go.
They always said that Charlie Kirk was a Nazi, then they celebrated after they killed him. They tried to tell us the...
Okay, on that, straight off the bat. Okay, firstly, I didn't expect that sound, by the way. That sounds very, very different for some odd reason. Sounds a little bit like 1990s Alanis Morissette. It's a joke. It's a joke. But, yes, the whole Charlie Kirk thing, you guys should know my position on it. I was completely against it. I even literally said that you should want to live in a country where you have the right to burn the American flag, but to actually burn the American flag is unthinkable. You should live in a country that you have the right to make fun of a guy that's been shot in the neck, who's the father of 2 children, but the thought of actually doing it should be unthinkable. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's humanity versus having the right to do something like that. Do you know what I mean? So, yes, I completely agree that was appalling. But again, it doesn't just live on one side. It is a 2-sided thing.
Nazi, then they celebrated after they killed him. They tried to tell us that Black Lives Matter and that white people have always been villains.
You see, okay, all right. God, I don't know how many times this shit's gonna be fucking rehashed. This is the one thing about sort of like ideological positions, sticking to these skipping stone slogan-esque type talking points that literally will rip you of all of your fucking sanity. Because it's always mentioned. And it said, yes, there are factions of the left that are super radical. And there are factions of the left that followed an ideology that went too far. Black Lives Matter, although I'm sure in its initiation it was meant to be a positive movement, it got radicalized somewhat and it went down the wrong road. I definitely believe that, right? And then people try to push that ideology, so much so that you try to push that ideology yourself. You did it in a song called If I Was Black. You pushed that ideology, right? You were part of that movement. You were part of that crowd at the time, unless it was just spaghetti you were throwing at the wall at the beginning of your career to try and see what stuck. But you pushed that as well, right? So the shift that you actually saw in the independence in the United States that actually shifted to America, spoke for itself. It's to Donald Trump, spoke for itself, and it spoke in high volume for itself in terms of like, okay, you know, the problem, that's the thing, is that the pendulum swings and people get too radical, and then what happens is the overcorrection comes, and that's what happens. That's literally how civilizations have worked all of the time. It happened in the Roman times, it happened in the Greek times. This is just what happens with society, right? And people will push these radical ideologies and they'll get on the bandwagon and they think that they're right and whatever else. And I'm telling you, a large majority of people is like, okay, we took that too far. That was evidence in the amount of independents that actually voted for Donald Trump, where he won the popular vote. He won the fucking swing states. He won. You can see that. It's actually, you can see the movement at play there at the end of the day. So still being a talking point, specifically when your guy is in power and stuff like that, is just pandering to the absolute fucking max. I'm actually shocked. I'm shocked that the hog aren't tired of this. I'm shocked. I'm beyond shocked that the hog is not tired of this. These are filler bars. I'm sorry, but like, it's just, how are you not tired of the same thing? Oh my God. Again and again and again. It's just, I mean, okay, we get it. I was on your side when they were going loopy. I was on your side with the LGBTQ as well. Yes, we can agree. There's factions in the people of the left that are radicalized and crazy. Yes, completely agree with that. Do you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, the country was swung your way. I mean, how much do you have to talk? You're still not happy? So you've got your guy in power. You're still not happy. You're still rehashing. Oh my gosh. Seriously, I feel like it's like he's got a template where it's like, okay, I've got to keep these sort of partisan talking points over here, and then I'll just fill in the conjunctions. It's wild.
Always been feelings. They burning flags in the streets and they scream at police, taking illegals to prison. They got rainbows on their bedroom walls, and they swear to God that men can be women.
Oh my God. Another song. Yes, we know. It's you know, the thing is that it doesn't have to even be said anymore. Do you know what I mean? Yes, I think everyone's cottoned on to the fact that radical ideology is yes, it's ridiculous. I mean, God, we get it. We get it. This is that Microsoft guy where it's like, we installing the fucking update today. That's that meme. You know what I mean? Oh, good Lord.
That men can be women. They're scrolling through their TikToks to get the news. They heard that Trump's a fascist. They swear it's true. They set fire to Minnesota.
Buddy, this is done on both sides. Let's be real. I mean, this is what I'm saying. This is what I said in my last reaction over here. It's like, literally, either you want to add to the conversation or you don't want to add to the conversation, and you just want to play the two sides. You want to play the one-sided thing. So I mean, if you want to add to the conversation, if you want to be substantive and whatever else, both sides do that. Both sides were creating conspiracy theories out of fucking thin air. I mean, both sides do this shit. Do you know what I mean? And the thing is that none of this will get solved so long as everyone has this kind of sort of, you know, cemented in stone, on my side, tribalistic mentality. I mean, give some ground to gain some ground, or else it's just, I mean, you might as well just go to civil war at this point. Do you know what I mean? And then you'll speak to people, and the crazy thing is that people will be like, yeah, no, let's do it. No, we've got to go to civil war. We can't find common ground. Can't find common ground anyway. Fuck, that's the way it is. It's like, all right, well then go to civil war. What must I fucking tell you? What must I tell you? You tell this side that you do it. No, I don't. And then they do it, and then afterwards you show them the receipts, and they're like, no, I don't. And then you do it to the other side. No, I don't. It's like fucking dealing with children over here, man. What do you think fucking conservatives aren't doing this on fucking, what's Trump's social media? I mean, what was that, Parler? Oh my God, have you seen fucking Parler? Have you seen the fucking radicalism on the right? Imagine everyone fucking grouped you in the same fucking category as like the Nick Fuentes and the same category as the fucking neo-Nazis. I mean, Jesus. Of course, you're not in that category, but imagine just grouping everyone there all of the time. It's like, you both do the same fucking shit. It's the most ridiculous thing that you can't see it.
It's true, they set fire to Minnesota. We smell the fume.
He had a song about that. He had a song about the red and blue, which I actually liked it, where they were both pointing fingers at each other. Do you know what I mean? And then he goes, like, I promise you, like, every second song is a contradiction in the making. It's wild. Absolutely wild. And it's literally, I'm sorry to say this, but it's throwing red meat. It's throwing red meat at a particular base. And literally, that's all he's doing.
Smell the fumes. They say that guns are dangerous. Guess they're the proof.
They are dangerous. They're not the only ones that are the proof. There were a lot of radical conservatives, school shootings. There was a lot of shootings that were also from the conservative end of things. I mean, fuck no. The guns are only dangerous in the hands of the left. You know what I mean? There's not one right person, no one on the right that's ever used a gun in a sadistic, evil fashion. It's just the left that does that.
They'll shoot that red hat off your head, then make a meme of your last breath. Cause you're not like them, so they want you dead, but we'll still pray for the left. They'll say that they're hurt by things we said, they say we deserve it when...
This, let me just tell you, this over here is the system. You know the guy who's actually saying he was anti the system? This is the quintessential fucking system. It's just the wildest thing that we've got. This is the system. This is what they do, right? They literally create these divides in society, and they tell you to keep pointing at your neighbor. And when you point at your neighbor, you don't look at the higher ups, right? Your neighbor's the criminal. Your neighbor's the one that's doing wrong. Your neighbor's the one that is the radical, crazy person. And your neighbor's the one who wants to kill you. So therefore you must always fear your neighbor, and your neighbor must always fear you. Keep doing that so that you don't look up at a ring of fucking PDF files that are currently in the mix and not being prosecuted for nothing, and no songs are being made about that. Nothing. Tom MacDonald talking about the illegal immigrants, the criminals in handcuffs, but not the criminals in cufflinks. I mean, this is literally playing to the system. If the system was a single individual that was standing on the side and watching Tom MacDonald, the system would be like, my man. I mean, fuck. It's so blatant. It's so obvious to do this. It's so obvious that this is what the divide and conquer, the oldest fucking trick in the book, the oldest political trick in the book, divide and conquer, and use the influential parties that you can bring onto your side to sow division within the grassroots level so that people aren't looking upwards. And Tom MacDonald, let's pray for the left. They will shoot you the hat off your head and they will laugh about it because, you know, the right doesn't do that. The right doesn't go around saying FAFO, fuck around and find out. When it's a chick from Minnesota, it's like, fuck around and find out. Like, they didn't make any memes about that. But when it's Ashley Babbitt in the fucking, when they stormed the fucking Capitol, it's like, oh my God, they're shooting a fucking American. That wasn't fuck around and find out. She wasn't fucking around and finding out. It's just, wow. Wow. Jesus. I mean, God, this is actually, it's not even irritation at this point. It's just exhaustion. Ugh.
We're dead when we're shot in the neck with our last breath. We'll still pray for the left, praying for the left. They keep saying that ICE are the Nazis, so they're buying guns and tracking positions. Go tell the parents of the kids who were killed.
Yes, it's good to get illegal immigrants and specifically criminals out of your country. Yes, right. I 100% do agree with that, right? You do need to control your borders. You want to get the criminals out of your country, but it went past that to a certain degree, and that's what people are talking about. And what people like Tom MacDonald are doing is they're conflating all of it, right? Where they were saying, okay, are we going for criminals or are we going for guys that are just working at Home Depot, you know what I mean, they don't have their papers? I mean, they're deporting people that are literally waiting for, like they've got a right to be there. They're just waiting for it's taking time, right? So they're waiting for their trial, and they've been deporting people like that. So what happens is people like Tom MacDonald come along, and they literally conflate, and it's like, oh no, but they don't want to give up the people in the prisons and the criminals and the pedophiles. And what about you want to catch a whole bunch of fucking PDF files in one file swoop? Send ICE to fucking Washington. Send ICE to the Capitol buildings. And you'll pick up a whole bunch of them in one foul swoop. A whole bunch of them. But why is there no song about that? Why is there no song about that? Why? Because you've picked your side. Why? Because that's your guy, and that guy cannot be spoken of in a bad light or criticized in any which way. It doesn't mean that you can't say that he has some positive policies. No, we can do that. Know what I mean? But no, it has to be wholeheartedly blind, obtuse following. Right? It has to be like that or nothing. Absolutely nothing. Do not criticize or nothing. And when you fall into that bracket, you are the system. You are not someone who is speaking truth to power. You're literally the system. The system is puppeteering you. Anyway, carry on.
illegal immigrants are really the victims. They say America ain't safe if you're black or trans or gay.
1,200 rape victims, child rape victims, and child trafficking victims, with the whole Epstein story. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. This man will make a song about COVID. He will immediately jump and exploit a song about the death of what I saw as a great political figure like Charlie Kirk. He will jump on all of this and all of that and all of that. But because there was a little bit of muddy water around the whole Epstein files and how Trump dealt with the Epstein files and how he wasn't, he wasn't exactly transparent, and then there was nothing to see here. It's all a Democratic hoax, and then 3 million files come out. And it proves that maybe it wasn't a Democratic hoax, and you were trying to protect a whole bunch of PDF files in a whole fucking sex trafficking ring. This doesn't really show Trump in a good light, but I'm not going to say anything because, my supporters are kind of Trump followers, and, I need to tickle Trump's taint, to ensure that, we don't, I mean, fuck me. Are you going to talk the truth, or you're not going to talk the truth? Are you going to just one-side this entire thing or not? I mean, you've made songs about far less big issues. This is a monster issue. This, in the 1980s, would have fucking ended political careers. They would have had to resign in shame for the way this was handled. Tom MacDonald's got nothing to say about that. This is like 10 times fucking Watergate. Tom MacDonald's got nothing to say about that. Absolutely nothing. Nothing.
They say America ain't safe if you're black or trans or gay. I think it's way more dangerous to be a Christian. Y'all started acting different back when Anthony Fauci made you keep the ones you love at a distance. They're scrolling through their TikToks, Antifa clips. They say that Trump is Hitler. They're mad they missed. They think that how they feel is how it is, and conservatives are evil.
This group hatred. Hate them. Hate them, hate them, hate them, hate them. The left. Hate the entire left. Just hate them. Hate them. They want you dead. This is the kind of rhetoric that causes shit like this. This is the kind of rhetoric that causes shit like this. He comes out as this fucking Bible following, Bible worshipping kind of guy. And literally he's just layering in there. Hate them. They want you dead. Hate them. That's what they want. They want you dead. Do you know what I mean? The entirety of the left wants you dead. The entirety of the left. Not crazy fucking factions of the left that have gone fucking loopy. No. The whole left. The left wants you dead. It's wild. It's wild that this is where we are. It's wild that this is where we are with this artist. Like, this is an artist that I had some level of respect for. Right? And it's like, this is what it's become. Do you know what I mean? Blind, just blinkers, and the guy can only turn right. He can't see anything. He can't see any nuance to anything. Skipping stone slogans.
Evil, we shouldn't live. They'll shoot that red hat off your head, then make a meme of your last breath. 'Cause you're not like them, so they want you dead. But we still pray for the left. They'll say that they're hurt by things we said. They say we deserve it when we're dead. When we're shot in the neck with our last breath, we'll still pray for the left. Scratching swastikas and Teslas ain't gonna change it.
It's crazy how disingenuous and how condescending this even sounds, the way it's coming through. I swear, and I hate to use this term because I hate it, right? But it almost sounds like a fucking dog whistle. It really does. It sounds like a dog whistle. It's like they want you all dead. But we'll pray for you. Guys, these motherfuckers, they want you dead. Hate them. No, pray for them. No, pray for them. Take out your Bibles and pray for them. Yeah, no, there's good messaging here.
Cause and Teslas ain't gonna change a thing. You can burn our cities down, but we'll just make them great again. Oh, they hate us cause they say that we are full of hate. They wanna kill all the police trying to keep them safe. They'll shoot that badge of yours right off your chest. They want a civil war. Pray for the left.
Not when they're fucking beating up cops in the fucking Capitol. You know what I mean? Then they fucking love the cops, you know, when they're fucking beating up cops in the Capitol. You know what I mean? Hitting them with fire extinguishers. Boonk! No, they fucking love the cops then. You know what I mean? Oh, fuck me.
Or the left. They'll shoot that red hat off your head. Then make a meme of your last breath. Cause you're not like them, so they want you dead. But we'll still pray for the left. They'll say that they're hurt by things we said. They say we deserve it when we're dead. When we're shot in the neck with our last breath. We'll still pray for the left. Praying for the left.
Yeah, I'm sure you are. I'm sure that's all you do is praying for the left. I'm sure that's exactly what you're doing. I'm sure you're praying for the left with your YouTube revenue clicker fucking live. Fucking me. I mean, again, like I said, I had immense respect for this artist. I really did. But this over here, I mean, where he's gone down, like you can actually see he's just chosen the avenue, and he's chosen the avenue of literal profit. Like he's chosen the avenue saying, you know what, actually, this is the gravy train, and all the MAGA hats are on the gravy train, man. So I'm on the fucking MAGA hat gravy train. That is what this is. You want to talk truth? You want to talk truth to power? This is what this is. This is what this is, because an anti-system person is going to attack the fucking system. And the anti-system person, when he's attacking everything else that he sees that is wrong in the world, like COVID and how they're trying to lock you down, and if I was black, you know, I would have sided with them. I completely understand why they're angry and all of that type of thing. And then going from that to not attacking the system at all and going grassroots level and just pointing at the neighbor and telling you, point that your neighbor, look left, look right, don't look up, don't look up. I mean, you want to have some balls, buddy? You want to have some balls? Make a song about the fucking Epstein files and how the system has been trying to fucking hold those back at every fucking turn from the very beginning. How it was just, I mean, Trump went as far as calling his own supporters dumb and stupid if they carried on about the Epstein files because there was a Democratic hoax and there was nothing to see there and all of that shit. Stum from Tom MacDonald. I think he did one short where he's like, oh, he kind of just brushed over it. Do you know what I mean? Who you want to make a fucking song about it, that's for sure. You want to make a song about it, that's for fucking sure. You won't make a song about how they tried to suppress that, how they went and rushed to meet with Ghislaine Maxwell, how they took her out of the fucking prison that she was in and put her in like a Club Med of prisons, and how, I mean, this whole thing was dirty from the fucking beginning, and how they were supposed to release the Epstein files when the Supreme Court said they were supposed to release at a certain date, and then they didn't release it at a certain date, and then when they did release it, most of the shit was redacted. I mean, it's ridiculous, the controversy that went around this. This must be one of the biggest fucking stories in our lifetime. Tom MacDonald got nothing to say about that in a song. Nothing. He can't pull out his little blue guitar and talk about that. He's got to talk about rainbows and Black Lives Matter and all of that, which is so 2018. Wild, so wild. And I know what's going to happen in the comments. Oh, you completely missed the point, you this and that, and well, oh my god, it's just, I know exactly what's going to happen in the comment section. Exactly, you triggered. Nothing triggers Tom though, hey? Nothing triggers him. It's not like every second song is about a hater. Nothing triggers him. good Lord God, I've got all the respect for everybody, and I've got all the respect for the hog, but I'm like, God, if you still eating this shit. Ugh.